Hungary is preparing to enter its latest historical adventure film, HADIK, into consideration for 4 categories at the upcoming Academy Awards ceremony. The film delves into the lesser-known narrative of General András HADIK, who, along with his brave hussars, served under Queen Maria Theresa. With a courageous few comrades, he embarked on a daring journey and successfully launched an attack on Berlin, deep behind enemy lines. HADIK's military exploits during the War of the Austrian Succession and the 70 Years' War made him a notable figure in European military history.
First of all, I love the fact that it was a positive, feel-good Hungarian movie. It portrayed it, I read a little on the era, and it portrayed it beautifully. And the characters were so positive, so well cast. And in terms of how this affected Hungarian history, do you know that Mr. HADIK, to this day, obviously has statues up in Budapest and streets, but also in Vienna?
The US premiere of the film took place at Santa Monica at the Laemmle Royal Movie Theatre. The initial reactions from the audience were overwhelmingly positive. Susan Pekarovich in particular was captivated by the fascinating costumes.
Probably it's very difficult, and it requires from the costume designer to know the actual era very well, because many times we see in movies that the costume designers are making mistakes mixing different eras, and even if they try to sort of mimic that, it not necessarily actually happens. So I think this movie was really masterfully presented, the era, and all of these costumes, I'm pretty sure, had a lot of heavy handwork, because those are really individually made. So I think they did a fantastic job.
HADIK's story remains relatively obscure in popular Hungarian history, despite his highly noteworthy military career. So it is absolutely worthwhile to share.
So many elements of the Hungarian history that are totally unknown in Hungary, and not surprisingly around the world. Many of those historical elements that are very close to our heart as Hungarians are totally not recognized.
The film HADIK also sheds light on some classical life aspects of the Hussar lifestyle, including their deep connection to horses, which is an integral part of the Hungarian culture. Their remarkable riding skills and their strong bond with these majestic animals are well-known part of their heritage.
There was an entire legend built around them. Think of all the songs, think of all the poems about them. I mean, it's all the pageantry that went into it, the brilliant uniforms, and of course their tricks on the horse. If you remember Vadányi, when he wanted to talk to HADIK for a moment, he turns around on his horse and he's sitting backwards on the horse. You notice in that other scene when the horse is laying down, they were in the brush and the Prussians were coming by. He's sitting down there with his horse, and in 1 second he was up on top of the horse and they were standing. So, I mean, these were these little things. These aren't theatrics. These things are documented.
Action, horses, battles, and a touch of romance create the perfect recipe for this exciting new historical adventure film. The creators nominating HADIK in 4 categories, such as Best Cinematography, Best Costume Design, Best Visual Effects, and Best Original Score.